We expect the world to make sense. We map our reality using clean datasets, measurable parameters, and cause and effect logic. Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan's The Handbook of Jewish Thought confronts this modern reflex head-on. He argues that trying to fit the divine into our empirical boundaries is a category error. According to Kaplan, Hashem exists completely outside the human constraints of time, space, and rationality. The creation of the universe and the nature of the Creator simply cannot be squeezed into a logical framework. Because God operates beyond these human parameters, we cannot reason our way to the divine using a spreadsheet. Connecting to that transcendence requires us to step away from absolute proof and rely heavily on faith. Trying to force an infinite Creator to abide by human logic simply does not work. True belief means accepting the friction that exists between what we can measure and what we must trust. When humanity does experience a direct, unfiltered connection with the divine, it happens through prophecy. But Jewish thought introduces a specific restriction. If the Creator is boundless, his most direct communication might be expected to reach anywhere. Instead, it is tethered to human census data and physical borders. Prophecy is not described as a fleeting, mystical state of mind that anyone can achieve anywhere. It is a rigid equation governed by geography and demographics. To understand how this works, we have to look at the text through peshat, the surface-level, literal meaning of the historical record. Kaplan points out a strict rule for divine communication. Prophecy can only exist when the majority of the global Israelite population physically resides inside the borders of the Holy Land. The cessation of prophecy followed a shift in these numbers. When the majority of the community moved outside the land, the demographic threshold required to sustain the connection was no longer met. The silence that followed resulted from a mathematical failure. Without the requisite majority in the land, the geographical equation of prophecy could no longer be solved. That mathematical threshold is useless without the physical anchor it applies to. The texts describe a deep, two-way relationship between the people and this exact dirt. The spiritual status of the land itself is not passive. It requires the active physical presence of the Jewish people to maintain its sacred character. In return, the spiritual and prophetic potential of the people remains dormant in exile. That potential is only fully awakened when they are actively connected to this specific geographical space. Jewish identity is built around this interdependence. It is a permanent covenant tying human potential to physical geography, where neither can reach its highest state without the other. Today, the Jewish experience involves living without that active prophetic voice, while still remaining bound to an infinite Creator. In the absence of prophecy, the direct word from above, the connection shifts to the active responsibility of the people below. Torah law becomes the bridge. It is the process of translating divine transcendence into physical, human actions. This is why Jewish legal deliberation demands such intense intellectual rigor. Deciding how to apply ancient statutes to modern life is the only way to interact with a logic that exists beyond human reason. Wrestling with the specifics of these laws provides a structured, living anchor. It allows a finite people to maintain an active relationship with God while the demographic requirements for prophecy remain unfulfilled. But the narrative does not end with legal preservation. Jewish thought is oriented toward a future of ongoing redemption. Kaplan notes that the loss of prophecy is a temporary, dormant state. The texts outline that direct divine communication will be fully restored during the Messianic age. That restoration depends on meeting those same rigid demographic and geographic conditions once again. It requires the physical return of the majority to the land to reopen the channel. This creates a distinct spiritual position, living with a focus on an infinite Creator while waiting for the restoration of a direct voice to a specific finite plot of dirt.